And also, speaking of upcoming events, I might as well let the Shaster. I might as well call up the Shaster and tell them remind everybody about the one important event of the weekend that everybody's waiting for. If you can pick up.
Let me hear you! Everybody!
You can't tell by the deafening but silence. You may have to calm down. Okay.
Woo!
Okay, calm your tits, man. I know it's tomorrow. In fact, Railroad is currently cursing in the chats right now. He's going to miss it because of work schedule.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to kind of do that, but I just had to do it somehow.
Yeah, you pretty much begged for me last night when I was still writhing in my misery and pain and all that. You wanted to do something about it tonight because, Jesus H. Christ, I bet you were fucking livid about how things are going to happen tomorrow.
What do you mean, livid?
You told me that the whole business about the quote-unquote alpha sparkle.
Oh yes, I was meaning to discuss that again. Well, not discuss it, just kind of a revision to some of the things I said about her.
Has there been any new details as to what we expect from Alpha Sparkle?
I'm just have to say I've kind of conceited about my theories towards her, mainly being that they're all dead in the water, and I've kind of been wrong about her. Being sinister, I mean. And by that I mean that perhaps I've been wrong about her hiding something, and her being an outcast is kind of the bigger picture. And admittedly, I've been more paranoid about her than I should, thanks to my already high obsession with finding closure on Starlight fucking Glimmer.
Well, it'll all be revealed in due time about those two individual problems that you'll face. It just takes time, man.
It just my business with Starlight kind of clouded my judgment about Alpha, and I didn't exactly think about
but
her.
then again, there was, despite the lack of stuff I ended up seeing, because for a while I've actually fucking watched a bunch of Top Gear episodes. In fact, I'm on Series 3. I should get back on that soon. Although I've been watching Top Gear, not only that, a bunch of freaking other miscellaneous videos, and I worked on that Tornado music montage yesterday. But
yeah,
from what I can gather, I wouldn't be surprised if all this Alpha Twilight bullshit was just for her to find some friends.
Again, as I stated, one of the things that was stated was that she's looking to get this magic research up so she can get in some kind of independent study group or summit. So that's the most. That is the most I've. What?
It feels like almost part of Twilight's Tale from the Cutie Mark Chronicles, except a little bit later.
Yeah. Speaking of which, as I said, I'm kind of having. It's most of the theories that I originally stated the first time I talked about Alpha are kind of dead in the water since my attitude's kind of changed about her now. Mostly because of the fact that this other character who might actually be the friggin' villain, Principal Cinch of Crystal Prep.
Wait, who?
Principal Abacus Cinch of Crystal Prep, the rival high school to Canterlot High.
I don't remember anybody from the Equestria world with that name. How can... Wait.
What?
Normally somehow the Canterlot High world, it's almost a copy of, the Equestria world. But I was trying to remember where the hell that principal came from.
I have no idea. I mean, they have a Dean Cadence at Crystal Prep, so that's unsurprising.
Could he be?
So yeah.
Could he be like the an EQG version of maybe Good Guy Sombra from the MLB comics that I keep seeing?
Principal Cinch is a girl.
No. King Sombra.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe. I have no honest idea. Then again, if there was a King Sombra in the Equestria Girls world, he'd probably be blown up, because... continuity!
You... Oh, man. That was fucking evil, but then again, it was too fucking brilliant. King Sombra was a fucking... King Sombra probably being some failed terrorist bombing or some shit like that.
Yeah. But yeah, Principal Cinch could possibly be the one woman I should have been focusing on.
Wait, we're dealing with a woman?
Yes, Principal Abacus Cinch is a woman, and she's the principal of Crystal Prep.
Okay, then that tosses the Good Guy Sombra theory out the window.
Yeah, and it's everything has been built up to her being the villain, and quite frankly, I'm kind of realizing now, thanks to T-Raka, that Cinch is the one that I probably should have been focusing all my paranoid ramblings on about being the villain, other than directing them all to Alpha.
Really. I'm wondering why. Why is she concentrating on battling against Candlelight High? How?
Because as it's been said, the Shadow Bolts win the friendship games every year, and apparently something is riding high on this particular part of the friendship games that Cinch can't afford to lose. And apparently Alpha is going to be involved somehow, and again, I probably should have focused all my anger and paranoid ramblings on Cinch instead of Alpha. And this way it would have been spared a whole lot of energy drain, and yeah. And also, Railroader, I have the soundtrack. I'm not going to bother listening to any other part of it until tomorrow, because it's spoilers.
Yeah, this seems like... This seems a little peculiar.
What?
And all that stuff. Then again, I should quit fucking doing this. I'm putting logic on a cartoon. I should really fucking quit doing that.
Honestly, I really want to sympathize with Alpha, but I'm having to reserve my final judgment until tomorrow, honestly.
I thought you were here to avoid spoilers. Well, we're discussing. We're not spoiling because
we're just theorizing at this point.
Yeah, this is all pretty much hypothesizing and guesswork. We haven't even... Nobody has leaked this yet. The only thing that I ended up leaking was sadly the Scattermaster, but I only got a copy of it.
Which, I have. Well, first of all, I have. I'm not going to bother watching the leaked episode. I'm going to wait till Halloween, like you all should be.
When is Halloween, by the way? I gotta take a look at the calendar.
Halloween, the 31st, as it always has been. And secondly,
and that falls on a Saturday.
Yes, and secondly, so going to what Railroader said, winning at any cost. Yeah, I have a feeling that somehow Alpha's gonna become an unwilling pawn, which is something I also should have realized, because, yeah.
I sometimes don't get certain bitches. I just sometimes don't.
I get the feeling Cinch is the one who's gonna be using Alpha. I'm not gonna say anything else because I don't want to spoil it. Or spoil myself, I mean.
It's all It's all up in the air as of right now, besides...
Pretty much.
I think Miss fucking Principal is...
Abacus Cinch, yeah, and even she's kind of caught off guard when the Human 7 mistake Alpha for Princess Twilight.
You think that the outfit would have actually said, "No, this world's Twilight, not the Twilight we knew"?
Because she kind of sort of froze up when they all thought she was Princess Twilight. Like, again, she didn't really know what they were talking about, but she kind of stuck up and didn't know how to respond.
You thought those would be dead giveaways because of how Twilight appears when she comes from Equestria to Candlelight High.
Well, yeah, because Alpha's dressed completely differently. Also, yes. I also do not recall Princess Twilight ever wearing glasses or having that weird fucking pendant thing around her neck.
Or in some cases, I keep seeing her wearing a librarian's fucking hairdo. You know, the freaking
that too.
Ponytail-ish
I
bun or whatever.
In one teaser, at one point, Alpha's hair does let down, and it looks exactly like Princess Twilight's. But that's all I've seen. Speaking of which,
Yikes.
we're gonna have to wait it out because the schedule for tomorrow is as follows. So actually, first off, we have the usual new episode of My Little Pony tomorrow at 11:30, which is the last of the month of Rarity, and this is the one where Rarity and Applejack are called back to Manhattan to solve a friendship problem. So it's one of those episodes.
Uh-huh.
And then following that, it's a whole marathon of Pony, which includes the first two Equestria Girls films, and it all leads up to the Friendship Games premiere at 8 p.m. tomorrow.
8 p.m. Okay.
Yeah. And that's really all that I have to say, since I've said all that can be said so far about the Friendship Games. And if this could go up on YouTube as well, that would also be nice, because I'd love to.
I'll see if I can do that.